What the hecking frick is up, gamers? Welcome to Articulate, the podcast where I'm anything but. Check out this brand new freaking sweater I got. Here, let me speak into the microphone. I'm like moving over here because I think there's room in the shot. Look at this, dude. From freaking Under the Rug. Absolutely phenomenal album. Maybe I'll talk about that in a future episode, potentially. Very good, very cool music. My favorite song is Maybe Later. Yes, I wanted to talk about the fact that I am a creative, but I hate creating because if I don't make stuff, my will to live starts absolutely freaking plummeting. I stop being able to function as a regular human being. I start like losing interest in stuff, kind of epic depression moments maybe, which just makes it infinitely harder to get back into the rhythm of doing things. But basically, what I'm saying here is that I really like having made something. But I like that I've been on YouTube for 3 years and that I started this podcast thing this year. I like that I made that janky little game for Jacksepticeye. I like that I'm doing Twitch streams, but like, it's hard. Especially doing this freaking YouTube thing. Even if it's just like sitting here for 15 minutes, if I actually somehow do end up sitting here for only 15 minutes. I did try to do this last week. Also, big fat juicy apology. This is turning into a YouTuber apology video because I've missed like 4 weeks or something insane like that. That's a month, dude. I was doing pretty damn good on this channel. I was getting stuff out, even if it sucked, you know, staying true to the fact that this channel would have weekly something on it. I think I've made like just a community post one time, although that might have been because of an internet thing, I don't remember. But yeah, I've also placed my microphone on this little money bank thing. What would it be called? Like a piggy bank, but it's a wood box. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to start being a professional little content creator. And so I put my mic on a thing because I thought even just it moving from down here to up here, like I really underestimated how much that would make the mic sound kind of better. I don't know if it actually has been making it sound better, but I'm like, it should be as close as I can get it to my face. Even though I've seen people with this exact microphone on like Twitch and whatnot, and it seems like they've got it kind of far away. Maybe that's just the camera thing, but they got like a boom arm thing and it's like over here and they're speaking and doing stuff. Basically, anytime anyone else does anything, it's somehow way better than when I do stuff. But shit is so hard to make, especially this podcast. If the 15-minute thing or whatever, even if it's super short, it's pretty tedious and annoying. Go through the whole damn video and cut out all the little bits and whatnot, all the little bits and bobs, and then cut out every time I say like an idiot. And then I gotta put this censor bar on my face, and then I'm saying So that's cool, that's awesome. And any extra stuff that I must add to the podcast, you know? It's very simple. I try to keep it very cool and awesome, but even just doing something simple takes a while in editing, and then I gotta do all the other stuff. And even just setting this up, I'm kind of tired right now. It's 4:40 a.m. I'm like, oh, I should have done this earlier, but then I was doing other stuff. I went down a freaking Scott Pilgrim rabbit hole because I was like, oh, I should make this Scott Pilgrim reference. So I looked up the Scott Pilgrim reference because one time I misquoted Scott Pilgrim, and I'm like, I need to say it properly. And it's slightly not proper the way I said it here, but it's whatever. This is a tangent. Let me say stuff. Editing is annoying. Actually going through the process of making something is tedious and it's hard and it kind of sucks. Having the finished product is always super cool. I need to teach my brain that it is worth and I should work on stuff, because I could also just like obtain a work ethic, but also I do need to teach my brain that it's worth it. That stuff is very cool and awesome. Because as I said, having made all these different things, I can look back and be like, I'm mostly kind of proud of this stuff. Like I'm at least glad that I made it, and I can't just stop making shit. That would suck. I can stop making shit for 4 weeks apparently, but I kind of haven't, because why have I been neglecting everything? Actually, I can't really, I don't know. Couldn't really tell you, to be perfectly honest. I've been watching far too much YouTube and Instagram, playing video games. Not really, but sort of, I guess. Twitch streaming a little bit. Shout out I'm SN the Executioner and Ronini. You know, I was just watching his stream a little bit ago. He did a quick little 1 hour stream. Very cool. Go follow those two individuals. I will link to their little faces in the comment. And you can watch Twitch VODs, I guess, if you go to the gaming channel. Yeah, I thought this was like my dream or something. I should be working towards goals and other things. That could be very cool and nice of me. It's really quite a confusing place to be. because I find that I really have a strong want and passion to be making stuff, but I don't want to have to go through all of the making part. I just want to have stuff. If I could take all the ideas from my brain and upload that to YouTube, I'd be rich and famous already. That's not true. Also, at times, I do like the process. I think I've been slowly maybe coming to terms with the fact that I might potentially have undiagnosed ADHD. And so that's potentially a big factor in why my gaming videos are edited the way that they are, because they're very chaotic. And I also found this epic freaking life hack, because when I'm starting to get bored, I can just add something stupid or random or some sort of weird little joke. And then through making that, it almost gamifies it. It like gives me this little side quest, because in the editor, when you have an entire fucking video to edit and you're like way over here and there's like all these little cuts, you're like, oh my god, I've done so much work. And then you look at the rest of the video that you need to edit. It's insanely freaking unencouraging. Discouraging? Probably that's the word I was looking for. It's insanely discouraging, and it's like, wow, this sucks. This is not cool. I find that editing chronologically might also kind of be an epic life hack. Sometimes I'll leave bigger, more complicated stuff, or just stuff that I don't want to do in that moment. I'll like put a little marker or something that'll be like, hey, future me, do this. That would be cool. That would make the video better. But yeah, usually I'll edit chronologically, randomly do a stupid little joke whenever I get bored, and that sort of is a little side quest that'll keep my brain occupied, because a lot of the time that means I'm making some sort of visual in Photopea, or I never know what to do with my hands, which is very apparent. I find that I accidentally do Trump hands a lot. Just while editing, I'm like, why am I doing this? Potentially he's always like doing stuff. This palm's like out the way. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm always doing weird shit. So that was a tangent. I'm talking about editing. Here we go. I'm going back. I'm backtracking. Here we go. Epic. I was gonna say live streamer moments, because I'm so damn used to live streaming now. This is also kind of weird. I feel like it's harder to come up with words and whatnot. Mayhaps because there's not another human here. That's pretty crazy. But, or maybe not. I think even when I'm doing solo streams, it's kind of, maybe it's just the certain circumstances that I'm in currently. But here we go. Editing. Yes, doing those side quests is very cool, because I'm just making a visual, I'm doing sound design, I'm doing something else, and then I'll put that in, and that sort of reinvigorates me. Is that a word? I think it sounds like a word. To keep doing the tedious stuff. And I feel like this little theory of mine is kind of reflected in, I did have this span of videos that was just, it didn't really have many chaotic edits and whatnot in it. And I kind of started realizing it, and I'm like, dang, this kind of sucks. I think I was somewhat falling out of love with editing, and so I was like, oh, I have to be making videos. I have to get this stuff out. So I'm just gonna do this grueling task of editing this whole damn video, even though it's tedious and boring. But it doesn't have to be that way. I can do the stupid chaotic edits, and that even makes for a better video, and it is more fulfilling. And I'm like, this is a good video that represents me and my style and my brand, I guess, and other stuff, which is kind of where that Rob Scallon Bretless video came in. And that one, I don't know if I liked editing that one as much, because there was a bit more tedium with trying to edit the fights on beat, and maybe I wasn't as entertaining in the actual video or something. I don't know. There were a bit of some stuff going on there, but the end product I'm quite proud of. So that's very cool. That's very awesome. I need to get back into the swing of things. I've sort of forgotten that I'm a YouTuber, and I'm in fact gonna lose that freaking badge, I guess. I'm not gonna be able to say I'm an obnoxious YouTuber if I'm not making YouTube videos, you know? I have to do that. I can't become a live streamer, even though that's kind of what's happening, but I have to be at least doing this every single week, or doing something here every single week, you know? I did in fact get that new sketchbook, which I actually don't know if I've mentioned that anywhere other than the episode I tried to film last week, but it was way too long. I edited like that whole thing. Like, damn, dude, what the hell? So that sucks. This is 16 minutes long, and before I'm like, that's not bad, I've edited longer and stuff works out usually. Before that happens, I'm going to not say anything else. I think I said everything, right? I thought of a clickbait title, which was I'm a creative, but I hate creating. And then I keep coming up with clickbait titles and then doing just random like shitpost type yapping videos for the clickbait title, which is annoying. I feel like I should have had a few more things to say so that this video had at least a little teeny tiny bit of substance. But I don't know, maybe you like me yapping for like 8 minutes or something. I don't know. what this is gonna edit down to. But we've been here for 17 minutes. I'm going to say, catch you in the next one, gamers. Make sure to like and subscribe. Listen to this freaking album. It's titled I'm Looking Out Through These Eyes, But I'm In Here Alone. Don't know why I said it like that, but by Under the Rug. Legendary little band. This is the part 2 of the first album I found of theirs, or I guess the first one that I heard from them. Found them on Instagram, because Instagram's been sending me stuff, but this isn't a tangent I'm gonna be going to. That made sense. I'm gonna outro. Go follow my Twitch. It's been having a real fun time on there, doing some spooky puzzle stuff with IMS and the Executioner. I took 2 whole hours trying to solve a single puzzle the other day, so that's cool. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that if I'm trying to promote the stream, you know, that doesn't sound very fun or entertaining. I was fully looking at this big circle with little circles inside of it with symbols and shit, and I had to move them around. Very complicated and stupid and horrible stuff, but it's been very fun. I've been having some interesting conversations there. If you'd like to put a Twitch bot on in the background, I guess you can listen to my sexy voice as well as Executioner's sexy voice, but like actually his voice is like nice. He's a VTuber, so that's cool. What am I saying? I'm outroing. I've been doing that for 2 minutes. And leave a comment, I suppose.